Hey, it's Maria Gabrielle, and today I've decided to do a video blog or a vlog instead of write an email, only because I feel like I have a lot to share, and if I were to write it out, it would take forever. So what I wanted to share with you today was this insight that dropped through during our Memorial Day weekend vacation. We had an awesome time. It was a blend of different things, different places. It was interesting. We did go away with my friends and my friend's children and her husband that passed away. So we had some moments, but it was beautiful to have them there and to be with her. So shout out to Noelle. She was with us. She's always with us. And, we went to Amish country, which is so serene and so simple and pure and calm. And I feel like life slows down, time slows down, and you also have a chance to reconnect with this purity and simplicity of how life can be and still be sustainable, because the Amish have been living with their traditions for hundreds of years, to say the least, and have been doing really, really well with it globally. So that was really impressive to me. And we've been there a couple of times, but this one time, this download hit me because we were staying at this place we normally like to stay at, which is placed in front of a farm, massive farm. The whole place is farmlands, which is like living in a postcard when you're there. It's just gorgeous. But you watch and you listen to all the horse and buggies passing by, the click, 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 click along the road, and you're watching the Amish just go about their day, just doing what seems very natural to them, watching the cows graze in these free open pastures. And you see this, you notice it, you watch it, you absorb it, you experience it. And for the first time, I got hit with this when you get this like, oh, and things get clear for you all of a sudden. Well, that moment happened to me while I was walking into my room, and I turned over and I looked at this young boy. He must have been like 13, and he was plowing the land with like 8 massive stallion horses, okay? And he was planting his corn in this massive open acreage and doing it effortlessly. And he was alone. You could tell he's been doing this since he was a little kid. In fact, when you're traveling and exploring Amish country, you see like 5-year-olds, and girls, young girls, just being on this wagon and controlling like 10 horses and mules. So he's apparently been doing this for a long time. He can handle his own. And the insight that dropped in was the art of co-creation between ourselves and God, ourselves and Mother Earth, ourselves and the beings, the animals that can help us survive. It's this amazing amount of work and commitment and dedication and clarity as to what has to be done. It's like a calendaring of what has to be done each day of every month, of every season. Whether it's fermenting and canning jarred harvested vegetables or planting corn or whatever it is, it's this roadmap of clarity, of knowing what to do, and then this commitment to follow through to doing it. And when you do your part, then you just lay off. Like, he planted his seeds, and that's it. And then the soil and the sun and the water will do the rest. It will just grow the corn. It will grow the crop that will bring in the life, the livelihood, the lifestyle, the survival, the income, everything. It's let me do this part and let God do the rest. And I just thought of how that plays out everywhere, everything in our relationships, in our businesses, in our lives, like what we can take from this co-creation that this young little boy was a part of, and that this Amish community practices, and bring it into our world today. Because I feel like a lot of us might think like, oh, maybe I don't have to do this and maybe I don't have to do that. Man, just do it. Do your part and watch co-creation happen. Do your part and watch the universe like conspire in your favor to make everything blossom and grow and be prosperous after that. It's pretty profound. And not only did I see how this commitment and follow through and this like action plan was being laid out for this beautiful co-creation to blossom fruits and a beautiful reality for them, I also saw the power of community. How maybe he was plowing alone, but the truth is he wasn't alone. The power of this Amish community and what they do for each other, and the Mennonites, and they travel the world. So the person that we were lodging from was a Mennonite, a progressive Mennonite. There's all these different orders. He just came back from Bolivia, who, he traveled, he's been to 96 countries on missions, and goes and helps fellow Mennonites in other parts of the globe to learn how to farm in new land, if they have to be in new land, and to basically grow their life and start a life and learn about this co-creation between them and God. And so Mennonites and Amish travel across the globe to help one another to succeed. So it's done on a micro level within their family. Like the amount of teamwork that was going on within the family unit was incredible to witness. Whether the kids were like selling or plowing or farming or cutting or watering or mowing or whatever, so that's within the unit, the family unit, to their local community, to the global community. And this is what we all still want to do. We want to live fruitful lives on a micro level, on an individual level, and then with our loved ones, and then maybe even in our local community, and then even spread it out further than that as far as it can go. And these people are practicing that and succeeding at it, and not even needing much more of anything else except themselves, each other, God, and the land. And how beautiful it was to see the bonds that they experienced with each other, within their families, and just for one another in the community. The love that they had for their animals and their land. You wouldn't find one speck of trash anywhere there. Everything was beautifully manicured and flowered, and the animals were so well cared for. So it really was a beautiful way of life, and I wonder how much of that we can bring into our day-to-day. The commitment, the follow-through, the community, the co-creation, and even the play. On Sunday, how these children played with each other on their field, with their dogs, with their animals. So yeah, I'm bringing a lot of that home. I realize how much I do in my family and in my community and for the global collective, but there's so much more that we can do. Just more clarity, a little more structure, and a little more follow through, and just a little more support from our surrounding, from our community, and with our trust in God taking care of the rest. So I wanted to bring that vacation and that insight out here to you. Maybe you weren't with me on vacay, but you're still with me on vacay, and I can still share with you what I got out of it. So think of, what can you bring into your life, into your family, into your day-to-day, into our world, if you just were clear on what you had to do, had the structure to do it, had the community to support you, to teach you, to hold space for you, to hold you at any time of need, to hold you up, to support you. And if you just cultivated that amount of trust in God to know that when you experience this co-creation, you're good. And life is beautiful, and life will be perfect. So if there's one thing that you can bring into your life that can support you with any one of those: clarity, structure, community, mentorship, trust, faith, what can you bring more of? Which one would it be? Maybe it'll be all of them. Why not? But if you can bring in one today, what would it be, and how would you integrate it into your life? Think of that. I'm thinking of that. Think of a doable way that you can bring it into this brand new day, the moment that exists right now, and share it with me. Obviously, I'm always here to support you, and share away. Let me know what that is. You can post in our Facebook group and our tribe on Facebook. I'll post a link on the bottom and you can share there. You can share with me directly, but reach out to community, connect with others that are like you, that are creating more for themselves, for their lives, for their loved ones, for their families, for their community, and perhaps even more than that. Connect with people like you, and it will make your life by far easier. Connect with that support. You have no idea how much further and faster you will go. So take this, use it, grow with it, expand your life with it, and experience joy and fulfillment with it. And I will catch you again soon. This is Maria Gabrielle. If you haven't subscribed to our community, go ahead at mariagabrielle.com, and also go to Facebook at Create Your Freedom Tribe. And the other one is actually Mompreneurs Rising to Succeed, and you can post there as well. Talk to you soon. Bye.